Society is a joke. We live in the most peaceful, the most comfortable and the most social time in the history of mankind, and yet everyone is more lonely and more depressed than ever. What an irony. I'm sure you know the feeling of loneliness pretty well. We all have been cheated by social media promising us remote, unlimited friendships, while pretty much destroying all human connections in the real world. Nice joke, internet! I think today's problem is, making friends isn't really that hard, but it's hard to form friendships that are actually meaningful and long-lasting. Okay, enough of me trying to sound competent in something I don't really know much about. This video is not a tutorial on how to make more friends. Instead, I want to show you how loneliness can change your life in a very positive way. It's about how to stop making your happiness and well-being dependent on other people. In my opinion, everyone has to learn to live by themselves in order to become better, stronger and more independent people. So, here it comes. First off, you have to know that loneliness is something unavoidable in life. People come and go, and there's nothing you can do about that. It's always like that. We all form new bonds only to cut off the old ones. And even if you have many close people, they just can't be with you all the time. There will be moments in which you will just be locked in your room with no one here to help you. So, what are you gonna do in such situations? You can't just be watching Christopher Folio all day, although it would be nice for my watch time. Yeah, very funny. The key is acceptance. Loneliness is something we have to accept, like suffering in life. Both loneliness and suffering are just unavoidable on this world. All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Quote by Blaise Pascal. Most people hate being alone, because they just can't be sober-minded in such moments. They turn into escapism. They want to escape from their thoughts, from their feelings, and from their self-hate. They want to escape from reality, so they turn into anything, only to numb the pain. They turn into bad habits, social media, video games and things like that, while they could at least try to accept their inner thoughts. People keep on ruining themselves with either bad friendships or cheap dopamine, because they just can't stand being bullied by what's inside of their heads. Another thing is, most people make themselves dependent on other people, because they need social validation to help them combat their low self-esteem. They need other people, because they want to forget about how much they hate themselves. While simple acceptance of loneliness could bring them peace, happiness and inspiration. In solitude you're left alone with your thoughts, or as some people would say, with the demons in your head. Nowadays I think most people would rather spend time with bad and untrustworthy friends than be forced to spend more time alone with only their thoughts. Why? Because they have no self-love. Most people hate themselves and therefore they need other people only to feel a little better about their low self-esteem. They often seek friendships not because they need other people, but rather because they need social validation. And so they build phantom relationships, fake relationships, and it's ruining them. Stop running away from your thoughts. You are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions and you are not your actions. But you can gain more control over them. You can gain control over whether you want to have positive thoughts or self-destructive demons inside of your head. So whenever you feel lonely, you should peacefully accept it, spend some time with this feeling. You should watch your emotions, watch your thoughts and watch your feelings, and perhaps you should even write them down on paper. You have to be mindful of them, because then you can accept them and change them into something positive. Accepting negative emotions brings peace and other positive feelings. And if you are a believer, in times of loneliness, you should pray. It's the best thing to do in my opinion. As many of you know, I am a Christian, and honestly, if not faith in God, it's possible that I would have went insane very long ago. When I feel bad, lonely or whatever, prayer is what saves me the most from the negativity of these feelings. Noticing and accepting the feeling of loneliness can make you much more peaceful. It can teach you self-love and it can teach you something about yourself. When you accept loneliness and therefore accept your thoughts, you start feeling much more comfortable with yourself. Therefore you are becoming more independent. When you feel good in your own company, you immediately stop seeking social validation. You stop seeking pleasure from other people. You stop seeking ego boosts from the fact that you have lots of friends. Most people don't need more friends. They need more self-love and faith in God. Now, of course, friendships are important. I think some studies have shown that we need other people in our lives for optimal happiness. But what I'm saying is, most people make themselves too much dependent from other people. You can be a loner and be happy. Other people in your life should only be a bonus to your well-being. Of course, respect your friends and your family. Family should always be one of the top priorities in your life. But it can't be the entirety of your life. For me, religion, for example, is much more important. In short, loneliness can be good for you because it can help you clear your mind and it can help you accept and take control over your thoughts and your emotions. Plus, healthy solitude can teach you more self-love, it can make you less dependent on other people, and so, guess what? It can make your friendships much better. Because you stop seeking friends for ego boosts or social validation, but rather for having a deeper emotional bond with someone. And once again, for every Christian watching this, prayer is key. With true faith you are never even actually alone, because you can always feel God's presence. Jesus was often going to desolate places to pray. So that's another plus for spending time in solitude. Of course, it's not like you will start loving yourself after only 20 minutes of monitoring your feelings. I myself lack self-love. It's not that easy to start feeling comfortable with yourself, especially if you were growing up around people that were always making you feel bad about yourself. That's why I think this video could help you. It's probably one of my smartest materials so far, so you should go and watch it if you have big brain. Thanks for your time. Growth is our duty. Bye.